Hey, what up? This is Dirty. So recently, my uncle asked me if I could make him a shucking knife for oysters. Once in a while he helps his friends out at a restaurant, and they do like a little oyster fest kind of thing, and they eat a bunch of raw oysters, and they gotta shuck them. So he gave me the knife that he uses all the time. I guess he got it from France. He really likes it, but it's kind of getting bust up, and just the tip is wearing down, and since he keeps sharpening it with like a file, I think it's wearing out pretty quick, losing steel very fast. So he asked me to make him a custom one, and I was happy to. He's always been one of my best favorite uncles, so it's no problem for me. So I wanted to finish it for him for Christmas, so that's pretty much, these are the knives I've been working on. I got my knives back from heat treating last week, so this is pretty much all I've been working on. I've been kind of slowly, working on some of the other knives here and there while I waited for the epoxy to dry and stuff like that on the handles. But I haven't finished anything else yet. So I figured I'd show you these two. So these are the DMS, Dirty Mother Shucker. So it's a working title. We'll see if I use it or not, but I think it's kind of funny. A couple people, I call it the Dirty Shucker. People thought I should call it the Dirty Mother Shucker. So either way, I think it's pretty funny. If you notice, a lot of the names I use for my knives are kind of on the funnier side or whatever, but I gotta keep my sense of humor, you know what I mean? So anyways, check them out. So this is kind of the more like the original design that I got. Pretty much was almost this shape, except there was no finger groove or thumb ramp. So I just really liked the finger groove and thumb ramp. I think it added a lot of comfort and ergonomics to the blade, so I put them on there. My uncle kind of wanted an exact replica of the knife he gave me, but I don't really like copying the design to the exactly to the T, so I changed it up a little bit. The blade is a little bit thicker than the one he gave me too, so I think it'll be a lot more sturdy, but it still has a deadly point, so it should do the job pretty good. This N680 steel. It's a nitrogen stainless steel. It's really good for corrosion resistance. The carbon in the steel is almost completely replaced with nitrogen, so that it doesn't rust because there's no carbon. But there is still a little bit. But so far, I've been using this for neck knives and stuff, and I haven't had any problems with rust or like any corrosion whatsoever. So far, it holds up pretty good. I think Benchmade uses it for their dive knives, so I figure if they use it, should be pretty decent. We got some black G10 handles, red liners. Also put titanium pins and tubes on this one, on all of them, just so that they don't rust. The blade was a little bit smaller, so it's harder to put a logo on there. These knives aren't going to be for sale. I'm actually going to be giving these as gifts, so maybe later on I might be putting the DMS or whatever onto the blade and my logo, but for now I just blasted my logo onto the G10. I think it came out pretty cool looking, so you can see it right there. So just a nice smooth black G10. Came out really nice, super comfortable in the hand. It's almost like a little shank. I was showing a bunch of coworkers and they were just cracking up. They're like, one of my coworkers, he said these are for professional use only, just because the tip on it is pretty deadly. So if you slip out of that oyster and hit your hand, you're gonna need some medical attention, I think. Or maybe you just gotta wear that chainmail glove or something. But even with that, it's almost like an armor piercing tip right there. So, but yeah, the black G10 looks really nice. Especially with that red, it just pops out, man. Super nice. So every knife get a little bit better. The grinds on this one are pretty even. It's just a saber grind on this, so should be nice and sturdy and good for popping open those oysters. So this is the original design. Like I said, it just fits right in your palm really nicely, and you got that nice thumb ramp and finger groove. So super comfortable. I mean, the good thing is I can kind of work with it. I just keep grabbing it, see how it feels in my hand. I can take down any hot spots that I feel that might be, a blister zone or something, where you're gonna catch a little bit of irritation. So that always helps. This is the second design I made. Pretty much similar to the other one. The only thing is I brought the thumb ramp up a little bit. Brought the profile of the blade down just a bit too. Almost kind of like a bird's beak. Kind of like a kiwi, I guess. So I figure a lot of the oysters, they come from New Zealand. Kind of looks good. So yeah, this tip I just rounded off just a little bit. If you can see there. My uncle was worried about it breaking since it was so pointed, but I told him since the steel is a little bit thicker than the one he gave me, I think it should perform pretty well. And same thing for this one, black G10 red liners, titanium pins, tube, and the blasted logo in there. The blasted logo came out really nice. I've been actually working on some fire starters, some wood, and I blasted the logo in it, and it looks pretty nice too. So I might be doing that more often. But yeah, super smooth, same thing, no, fits in your hand really nicely. And then just the weight of it too, since this G10 is so thick, it just sits real nicely in your hand. If you followed some of my other videos, there's one more shucker that I was working on, the tactical shucker. When it came back from heat treating, it had some little weird marks in it that it was just going to take a little more time to take down and get rid of those marks. So since I was in such a hurry to get these finished, I just put it on the side. I figured I'd save it for later because I wanted to get at least one of these done, and just happened I did 2 of them at a time, and just so that my uncle could pick, maybe if he wanted the original design or if he wanted my little modified. And we're gonna kind of test them all out. I kind of wanted to, do a test run, see which design works the best. That way I could kind of use that as a, my design. You know what I mean? So, like I said, these aren't gonna be for sale, yet. I want to kind of perfect the design, see which one works better, and then I'll offer them out. Also, I figured I'd give this one a little sneak peek. I did some work on, well, you haven't seen this one since before, but this is the Dirty Bush. So I did a super high Scandinavian grind on this one. You can see it still has all the crap on it from heat treating, so I gotta take all that off and clean up this blade. But I'm real excited about this one. It's gonna be super sharp. You can see this super thin. I'm gonna take it all the way down, make it a Scandinavian grind. So should be interesting. I've never done it before, but this one is gonna be a slicer, man, I tell you. So it might not be the best bushcrafting knife just because it's not gonna be as thick and beefy, but I think it'll work pretty good in most applications. Just because it's gonna be so sharp. It's gonna be deadly. Super comfortable. The jimping is pretty aggressive, so you get a nice grip on there. But yeah. So this one should come out nicely. Gonna do some removable handles on this one. Never done that before either, so should be interesting. But anyways, it's Christmas Eve. Actually still gotta go out and do some errands, grab some. I gotta actually grab something to wrap this stuff in, and some last minute gifts. Actually, kind of a procrastinator, so gotta finish some things. But I hope you guys are having an awesome holiday season, Christmas, New Year's, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate. Nothing at all. I hope you guys have just a regular good day. If you don't celebrate any holidays, whatever. Hope you just have a good day. But I gotta go. Dirty's girl is waiting for me. She's trying to make me hurry up because we gotta get some shit done. But like I said, anyways, this is Dirty. Shoots.